Joining me today is Veer Das, and we're going to be talking about his latest special, Landing. Hello, Veer. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you for having me. It's good to see you.
It's so good to see you. Now, this show features Air India very heavily, and we also have Air India in the news. I was curious. I was thinking, as soon as you saw that news article, that news item, were you thinking, I wish that had come to light before I shot my special? Is that how comics think?
No, I never wish that happens to anybody on a plane.
No. I didn't say wish that had happened. I said wish it had come to light. Wish you knew about it.
I'm hugely sentimental. Air India is my airline. You know, it's the best food, and those ladies take care of you, and it's like you're home before you reach home on Air India. So I'm an Air India guy. So yeah.
Well, I believe you. It's been a great advertisement for Air India. I saw the special. Now, in the special, you talk a lot about what happened after the two Indias talk at Kennedy Center. I feel like by talking about trouble, are you inviting more trouble or are you preempting more trouble? How does this?
Neither one. I think you're changing the narrative towards the positive. You know, I think any artist, if you're in India right now, many things could cause trouble. I don't think anybody can predict anymore, you know, when you are going to be in trouble or when you're not going to be in trouble and for what. So you have to understand that your 1 week of trouble will come and you have to deal with it and go back to doing your job. But at least here, instead of victimizing yourself or making some media storm, you've taken some drama, you've made it fun, you've made it funny, and that show has brought millions of people joy across the world. So, and to me as an artist, that means taking control of your narrative and, you know, veering it towards the positive.
Well, I have to agree with that because a lot of the stuff I didn't even know, being in the media myself. I didn't know there were cases filed in 7 police stations across cities. And it was quite a moment when you said that the police refused to turn those complaints into FIRs. I didn't know that either. So, you know, that was quite a moment in the special. So it was fantastic that,
you also didn't know that I got hit with a bum, with a hockey stick on my bum in boarding school. So special.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
You know,
those boarding school and other stories are all some great revelations as well that we had about your educational sexual life and awakenings. Those were just the added bonuses, I would say. But you're talking specifically about this. I understand there were no police cases, but as it happens with a lot of comics, right? Once this sort of news gets out, or you're painted or colored with this kind of outrage, do you find normal people coming up to you and giving you their opinions, or like perhaps objecting to your material?
No, I don't think so. I think what you're seeing in stand-up comedy is honestly, you know, we have an audience right now that is powered by a generation that craves authenticity. You know, that's the reason you see very, very big Hollywood stalwarts and industry norms kind of having to reevaluate how they exist in this world, because the most powerful generation, which is 18 to 25, who kind of consume entertainment and power entertainment, want authenticity. They don't want fakeness. Now, what that means for my industry, which is stand-up, which is this used to be this tiny little art form, is now more people are watching stand-up than they ever were before. So earlier it used to be comedy fans, and now suddenly it's gone to here, which means this many new people have come to the stand-up comedy audiences, people who never watched it before. And with that, you're going to get every kind of reaction, you know, because they're new watchers of stand-up comedy, and you have to welcome them and all of their reactions with the same enthusiasm as you welcome the regular fans. So to me, it's all par for the course on the way to growth. It means my art form is growing, you know.
Well, it definitely is growing, your art form and you as well. I feel post this controversy, you have definitely become more popular, as evidenced by you with all those followers. Richer, I'm surmising, and I don't think I'm wrong. More in demand as well, Veer. Do you get booked now for more shows?
I get booked for a lot of shows, but I also at somewhere figured out that the person who books the show makes the most money. So if you're going to be an artist, also be the person who books the show. So you know, don't just be the guy who performs, be the guy who books the show. But you know, we've had a good year, not to boast too much, but Book My Show, which is the annual ticketing site for India, released a report. The number one live selling event of the year was Diljit Dosanjh, because it's Diljit Dosanjh.
Okay, yeah, is this.
But I was number two with the stand-up comedy show. Bussy was number three. So, and this is in a list that includes the IPL, that includes the planetarium, which are gigantic ticket sale things. So people want to see this art form.
I know, I know that because I know so many people are inspired by you. I know a friend of mine who named his kid after you, in fact. And are
It
you
might not be
learning
after
more
me.
of
Like
this?
Veer is everything from Big Brother to a chakra also. So it might not just be me. I'm just saying Veer is
No,
a pretty common.
that's what even I thought. I agree. I asked him how it's spelled, so he said Veer like Veer Das. So he didn't say it's after you. Spelled like you.
So I'll take credit for grammar, if nothing else. There you go.
But do you find that more and more? Do people come and explicitly tell you that you're inspiring them or that they're naming their kids after you?
I think maybe as you get older and you like build a relationship with the fan base, you're comfortable to put more of yourself out there, into your material. Who you are falls onto the page a little bit easier. So definitely now fans that come up feel like they know you more. Earlier it used to be like I enjoy your stuff, etc., etc. But now it's like you're my friend. You're in my house. I have affection for you. So I do feel that. I don't read too much into pride or inspiration, but I feel like my fan base is touch wood the largest it's ever been, but the most personal connection it's ever been.
Yeah, I think we know a lot about you. Sometimes too much even. Yeah, but it's always fun to know more about you. What is I was wondering, I was watching the special, I was thinking, you said everything you wanted to say, right? Or did you have to self-censor? Did you ever censor out any jokes? Were there any cuts in this special?
No, the audience censors you. You don't censor yourself. So my policy is always tell the joke, and if the audience will tell you whether it's a good joke or whether it's a bad joke, they'll draw the line. You don't need to draw the line. So my censor is my audience. That's it.
How do you preserve that earnestness that you bring to special after special? I know it's a tough question, and I don't know how you're going to answer that. But when I watch it, you're just so earnest, right? And it's not like the audience is laughing all the time, and even in the pauses, I feel like that's where the vulnerability comes out.
I mean, I do think that's the mark of a captive artist, right? Is if you're with them more in the silences than you are in the musical crescendos or in the dances or in the laughs, right? I don't know. I think I honestly don't know, but I do know that I think this is a privilege. I do remember a time when I didn't get to do this as easily as I do now. Um, and I try not to write jokes about things that I don't feel, or at least that don't begin with things that I. Then they go towards the ridiculous and the unrealistic. But at least my comedy comes from a personal space, so maybe that shines through. And yeah, there's craft to it as well, right? Like you watch a Netflix special that was show 200 of that show. So at some level, I do know how to perform that show. But it's oh shit, somebody just brought me biscuits, man. Is this success? Somebody got me a plate of biscuits. This must be success. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, it's Parle-Ji. It's Indian. It is. This is your patriot act. Right. I'm sure. Yeah. But I like how you tied that whole thing up. And like you're saying, it comes after, that's practice. It comes after a lot of hit and miss. Yeah. I completely get that. Do you watch your own specials, Veer? Or is it just your fans?
I direct them. So I directed and edited, and co-edited this one as well. So I had to watch it too soon. Usually I shoot it and then I'm like, just leave me alone for 5 weeks. I can't look at myself. But then Netflix, we shot this on October 9th, and they wanted it delivered by October 31st. So I had to really watch it very fast. And then I was like, I put it on, I looked at it, and I was like, okay, my hair is looking fabulous. Now let's edit this. At least one hump is solved, so then we're good.
It is. You're looking younger and more beautiful than ever. If that was the validation you're looking for.
That's all I care about. Forget laughs, forget credibility. I just want to look young and that's it.
Yeah. You're looking, yeah, very pretty indeed. When you watched that special, when I watched it, I thought it was perfect. But that's me. What did you think about it? Tell me a joke that you wanted to cut out. Like watching it, you were like, I don't know, like I'm iffy about this one, but maybe others like convinced you to keep it.
I cut out 24 minutes of content. I did a 1 hour 30-minute show, and then uh I cut out 24 minutes, and I was like, if it's ever indulgent, if it's ever uh too niche, and if it's ever an emotion that I don't think the audience has experienced,
Yeah.
I'll cut it out. So if I talk about the Filmfare Awards or being embarrassed in public, you can relate to that. If I talk about being bullied, you can relate to that. If I talk about outrage or people being mad at you, you can relate to that. If I talk about confusion regarding sexuality, you can relate. So to me, it's about that. There were 2 or 3 things that were very specific experiences where I'm like, I think this might be just me and nobody can relate to this. Then I'll cut that out. And by the way, I might use it at a later date. But it doesn't need to be on the special.
Okay, I'll look forward to when you do plan on using that. But so we, when you're performing, is the feedback all positive? Like when they come and meet you at your live shows, is it only the people who love you?
No, I get a very wide audience. I get left wingers, right wingers. I get uncles and aunties, and I get college kids as well. 70% of my fan base, ironically, is between the age of 18 and 25 years old. This is very weird. As a jet lagged 43-year-old man with acid reflux, it is a weird predicament to have. But usually, if they're coming to the live show, it's positive feedback because you're good at what you do and they come for you. But I will honor any piece of feedback that comes my way. The audience is just as loud a part of the conversation as I am, as far as I'm concerned.
Now, with Zelenskyy, we all found out that he was a comic, right? Like not many of us knew until the almost World War that he was a comic, and now you have been politicized much against your will. Would you ever go down that path?
Not a chance in hell. I'm not a politician. I'm intentionally funny. Is what I always tell people.
Okay. Okay. I don't know if that will be the last word on that. You know what I mean? So many politicians.
I would not do well at a rally, and I would definitely not do well in a bunker. So no, I will not be going to politics anytime soon.
I don't know. Could be a cut to moment, but yeah, you know what I mean. But tell me, so we talk about all the love that you get, but there's also a fair amount of outrage. I mean, what is the silliest outrage you've received? Because nowadays people are looking to troll every tiny thing with binoculars, with microscopes. What is the silliest thing you think so far has happened?
I think the spelling of my name, it's VIR. People are like, why is it not VEER? That's actually a thing that I get. You are insulting the name Veer by spelling your name like, and I'm like, bro, I was this big when I was born. I didn't decide the spelling of my name. Like, it's not, it's not my decision. So I get that, which I think is ridiculously silly.
Wow, that is quite a stretch. That is quite an athletic stretch. But what about WhatsApp forwards? I enjoyed that one you said about Swami Vivekananda. I think I've seen it as well. I think I've seen that post too. What are the other WhatsApp forwards that have maligned you?
I don't know, I've not graduated from WhatsApp University and I'm not joining anytime soon. So no.
No, you don't know of any other posts.
I'm from DPS Noida and Venkateshwara College, not WhatsApp University. Sorry.
Okay, I think now there's going to be some alumni jokes of that as well. If you're from DPS, be like so and so.
Yeah.
Okay, so Veer, what's next on your career path?
It's an acting year, not so much a touring year. Last year was a touring year, so I just wrapped up a series that I co-show ran and starred in. That'll be out on a platform soon in the next 2 or 3 months. I am starring in an American rom-com that should go on flow in May. I have my own sitcom that I'm developing with Fox TV that I'll hopefully star in, and I'm going to direct a movie in the end of the year in India.
Okay, that's a lot, but like we say in India, or kya, or kuch hai?
That's it. That's enough.
That's it, is it? Okay, that sounds great, and I'm looking forward to all of that. Looking back though, quickly, if you could strike off one thing from your career, I was going to your Wikipedia. All seems fun. Anything that you would want to strike off?
Critically, about 50% of it. Experientially, none of it.
None. Okay, well said. Thank you so much, Veer. I look forward to talking to you about your show and your rom-com very soon. So best of luck with all of that.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Good to
Veer.
see you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.